Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everyone. Tonight is very exclusive. You had another Seat of Esteem show on the road, but this one here means a lot to me. Very special. It's going to be epic for you guys. On this show, what we try to do is show light to those who that y'all probably might not get a chance to even understand, who have such a big role in hip-hop and has played a role that is silent. You know, we've brought y'all Coke La Rock, we brought you Coogee Rap, we brought y'all all type of people, you know, that play a major role in this hip-hop thing. Tonight, what I'm sharing with you is a personal friend of mine. Homeboy, grew up with him from my block, and what he's been to hip-hop for the last 30 years, you guys will never know. You know, the only way that I could explain it to you, and we all know this, in every community you had Michael Jordan, but then you had the dude that was, we all know that was better than Michael Jordan, that never made it to the league, that we never saw in the NBA. You know, we saw Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite never made it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing in hip hop. It's the same thing in rap. Remember in school, back in high school, the rapping in the lunchroom, the dudes that was super nice, you know what I'm saying? And you could remember, think back in your head, and they had perfect songs and everything. You like, whatever happened, you know, with those guys, you know? Your favorite never made it, you know? And it probably was a reason for that, but not to keep that going. Let's get right to it. I got to introduce y'all to my brother right now. This is a special moment. Brett, so good to be here with you, my brother.
Good to be here with you too, man.
Absolutely.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing this evening?
So y'all hear the voice, right? So y'all already know that's the voice that's on the song "They Mans Will Never Take the Throne." You know what I'm saying?
That's a dope. That was a dope concept, and I thank you for even allowing me to play a part in that. What intrigued me about that track was just the opposition, like God and the devil. And I'm definitely God-fearing. So when you're talking about demons will never take the throne, they mans will never take the throne, it's the evil will never take the throne of God.
Yes.
And no matter how much it tries. And when you know, when I'm listening to it and your cadence and everything and the lyrics, I said, man, I just got to say it.
You got to put
this
your
is
part
I gotta
in it.
I gotta play a part in this, man.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It just worked out great, man.
And what was so amazing to me about it was already like that. That's how God works. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't know that you was a part of the song. You know
I didn't know it either.
But when you did it, I was like, oh.
Oh wait, we need to put that need to go.
No, this was
natural.
already made already. This song was already, especially because it's out. When it goes out, that's already God make no mistakes.
He never does.
You know what I'm saying?
He never does.
Wording and everything, and you understood it. You know.
I just thank you for Grant. See, a lot of people don't understand music. And that's what I've been through most of my life. Like a person, they can't hear it. Like remember, he said, you can't. Who was that movie that said you can't see? Who was it? Wesley Snipes. The white man can't jump. I think he said something to what's the white
Woody
Harrelson, right? He said something to him. He said, "You can't see something," because they was talking about jumping and white men couldn't jump, and he said something to the effect that kind of like I can't quote it verbatim, but it's like you hear the music, but you can't see the music, and that's what I try to do. I try to see my music, And with that song that we did, I could see it.
Yeah.
The visual on it was like automatic. So yeah, like I said, I really thank you for
No,
letting me
and
be
I
a part
thank you
of that.
for, being there for it, because that was definitely a great put together.
Funny thing, like they said it takes 40 muscles in the face to frown and less than 20 to smile. I learned in order to stay positive, you can't let that bring you down. They said in order to soar with the eagles, you got to get up with the owls. All right, I learned the weakest people in the crowd, they loud. I heard that the world would come with some of the deadliest steppers. Know that listen and silence come with the same 6 letters. D, right? Listen and silence, same 6 letters. A lot of people don't listen, they don't hear. And that's what I like to make my music. I'm not gonna go into too much, but that's just a little start of how I introduce a song. It has to say something. I would rather not say nothing at all if I'm not leaving some type of message.
Absolutely.
So, for my personal life, aside from my music is my life. And if I'm not really, if it's not, you're not changing nothing in the music, you're not changing somebody's attitude, or you're not making them smile or making them laugh, what are you doing it for? Money? I could have plenty of that. I could have had the Bentleys, I could have had all that. I didn't want that. I walked everywhere. I was the hood disciple. Like I go anywhere, sit on the block all night where the drugs are being sold 100 miles a minute, and nobody would say nothing to me. I'll have my books from 129th Street in Madison to 132nd Street. I'll sit down out there, and people will be walking by sometimes. And they're like, "Yo, what you out here? What you doing?" Right? And I start spitting for them, and they were like, "Oh, you got to pass." So, I base my life on my writing, man. Base my life on, one of the things that as a matter of fact, is there anything that you would like to know in regard to my come up?
Well, for one, as clearly people could hear and could see that you are professional, so I would like to hear, how it started out. How did that start for you? When did you first start?
So I was in prison. I was facing 9 to 18 years. I did something in Brooklyn and I ain't, on the grounds, I don't want to incriminate myself, but something happened in Brooklyn, and then I was facing a lot of time, and I remember being in Brooklyn House of Detention, and this lady, I never forget her name was Miss Yates. This is the first time I ever wrote anything. I'm sitting in one cell. I'll never forget the cell, 1992. And I said, "Excuse me," she was taking a count. And I said, "Excuse me, Miss Yates, you think it'd be possible I could get a pen and a piece of paper?" And she said, "Yeah, honey, when I go down and I finish the count, because it's 15 cells, she's got to go all the way to 15 and then come back down. So she said, when I come back down, I'll get you a piece of paper and a pen." So she did that, did the count, gave me a piece of paper, a little yellow pencil, and a piece of paper, a little pamphlet. And she was like, "That's good." I was like, "Yeah." I said, I'm gonna write something, and I want you to read it on the next count." She was like, "Okay." So I wrote this Sitting all alone, sometimes I wonder why, confined in this cell and often I cry, but there's nothing I could do but kneel down and pray and hope that God hears what I say. Another day goes by and a new one sets in, a feeling of loneliness as the new day begins. My ears hear the sound of unlocking cells. Deep inside I know this is where the devil dwells. I'm trapped, Lord. I'm trapped in Satan's domain. Tears, gloom, sorrow, anguish and pain, no reason for laughter, just time for more tears. And the reason I cry is because I'm sentenced to years. But faith is the substance of things that aren't seen, so I believe in my heart and won't give up the dream. And when I'm released, I'll be a new man and achieve what I wish because I believe I can. I wrote that. I memorized that. And when she walked by for the count, I said, here, take this, please. She said, oh, okay. And she walked all the way down, and I couldn't see her, you know, because you can't see out the cell. I ain't had no mirror to look out. So when she came back, she just had this look on her face, just looking at me. She said, you wrote this? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, don't stop writing. Whatever you do, it's not over.